Alright YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be breaking down Atlanta Faze versus LAG on this insane sub-base hardpoint. And I just want to say, man, Atlanta Faze, they just don't go down without a fight, man. This team is insane. And starting off, I'm already seeing something impressive. Draza, I love the little jump spot here. Just to go through and kind of go through to that top server, okay? So what we're going to be doing is breaking down the gameplay, going through tac maps, and basically showing you guys how the pros play and what we can take from their game. So sit back, relax, let's get right into it. So straight away, Draza's going through, okay? And honestly, I love this play. I don't see many people do this, to be honest with you. He's going to go through, and what he's going to try to do, so they're the blue team right now. He's going to go through and he's going to basically try and just get to their top server. That way, whenever somebody comes up through... Oh, wait, where am I? Am I on the wrong side? Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that right. Let me go back. Pretend that didn't happen. Okay, so, I mean, it works out even better because obviously the red team, it's Atlanta Faze. So, just going to be Draza. He's going to go through. Now, what you're going to expect, right? You're going to expect this top snow area. So if we look at the minimap, this is P1. This kind of top area here, right? That is where the most of the AR pressure is going to come from the blue team. So in this case, LAG. So what Draza is going to do, which I think is really impressive, is as they're pushing through, as they're trying to set up these stairs, he's just going to take the gunfight to them. He's going to take the gunfight to them, and I love this play. Look at that. He's already there. I don't even think they're expecting, well, they are kind of expecting it. So maybe they know a bit more than me, but I love that play right there. Now, I like what Assault does and how he fights this, but look at that. Assault's going to shoulder him. He sees Draza there, and this is a huge gunfight for Assault, to be fair to him. He jumps around the corner, absolutely fries him, and takes him out. If Draza wins that gunfight, that is 3 down there, and that is a very, very bad start from LAG, and it's looking kind of scary off the break already, considering, you know, they got a good side. 3 down, that would have been very scary. But look what Simp is going to do now. So as Simp backs off, you're going to start to see how they're starting to progress the map from early on. So what Simp is now doing is watching this left lane, okay? He's going to lock it down. Now, as a team, what you want to do in this scenario, as the red team here, as Atlanta Faze, you want to keep this side. Let's forget P1 for a second. Let's start thinking of the future. P2 and P3. You want to spawn here, okay? That is your ideal spawn point. You want to keep the opponents on the right side of the map here. That is your goal. Your simple goal is to keep them on the right side of the map. Having that information, you want to watch this side, you want to watch middle, and you want to watch the right. You want to basically keep them trapped there. So that's what they're going to be constantly setting up. So look at this. Simp is going to watch the left there. Again, great play. He's not going to get any kills there, as you can see from the mini-map, but he's just keeping them trapped in, and that's very, very important. Going through, and right now you can just see that they're just doing a good job. He's staying down. He's giving the comms to his teammates, right? No one's coming through left. So what that means is they have to come from either bottom server, tunnel, or the right. He's basically just trying to isolate them. Now you see Celium. Celium's holding P2 with an AR, and this is a really, really powerful spot. And if you have someone like Celium on there, it's going to be scary. As soon as Simp dies, I want you to pay attention to the minimap. And this is how teams can really play together. So right now, if you're Celium, Simp gives you the call out, Diamond Com on the left street, okay? You now know this area is cleared. What you want to do is you want to prevent, for example, number 2, you want to prevent him from pushing through and flipping the spawns. So Celium right now, he's simply going to back off, and he's going to play for that information. So look at this, he's going to back off, play for that information, watch the middle street, realize no one's there, and he's just going to try to make a play, go around there. You see his teammates now starting to back off, going to go through. And I'm not a fan of him dying there. I really think he could have played his life better, because now what you're going to see is him spawn out to P5. There you go. So Celium right there, you don't see it too often, but I think he made a big mistake in my opinion. So with 20 seconds left, I don't mind him going to the hill. I understand why, because they don't want to give 20 seconds away. But with your whole team rotating now, I really think he should be prioritizing the gunfights on spawns. Instead, look, he goes to the guy on the hill. Now, of course, if he wins this, you know, we're not saying it's a mistake, but the fact that he didn't, we have to talk about it. He loses that hill, he loses that gunfight, and now look where he spawns. He now spawns on the other side of the map. So not only has he given them the 10 seconds, he's now kind of spawned out. So it's not the best scenario. Draws a great gunfight to get the last 5 seconds, you know, not too crazy, but just trying to get them off the hill there, which is obviously going to help. And now they're kind of holding it from the front. You see number 4, number 3, the purple team now, LAG, they're basically going to pinch the hill. So I think right now, both teams are going to be happy. I think exactly the same spot. Both teams are happy because FaZe have the hill, but LAG have the spawn. So I think right now, pretty even game. Both teams doing a fair job. So if you're LAG right now, you're trying to set up a pinch. And again, you're just seeing a bit more impatience that I don't think you need to see right now. So right now, if you're number 4, I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to basically get through this right side. Now, on this specific hardpoint, right, whoever controls, in my opinion, this side, this area here, has a big advantage because 1, you can go through the back, 2, you can jump through the front window. 3, you can go through the side door, okay? I just really think that this is a big advantage. Now, of course, the spawns is the most important thing, but I'm talking about besides the spawns, the actual hill. I feel like having this area is very important. So Diamondcon's trying to get the area, but the problem is Simp knows they're spawning back here. So Simp right now, who's going to be number 1, he's simply watching the back. It's a very simple thing for him to, okay, that was the, I didn't even mean it like that. Wasn't even a pun. Like, don't even judge me in the comments. It just came out, okay? But it's a very simple thing to do, right? So watch this back alley. His team's in the hill. He's just thinking, right, what angle's open? I'm going to watch this back alley. Diamondcon coming through this angle, I think, isn't a good gunfight for him to take. So you see right now, look, he goes through, he slides out. Now, he ends up dying there. And what's going to happen now is he's now going to cause another 10-second delay for his team. Number 3 is by himself. Ezreal can't go on the hill right now. He has to wait. And now look, number 4 is going to spawn out. So you see Cellium over challenge earlier and Diamondcon challenge now. So one thing I like to see people do slightly better is play their life. However, in hindsight, it's very easy for me to look at a screen on tac maps, pause the game and tell them what they should do. My point isn't to criticize them. It's for you guys to understand. Sometimes you're better off playing your life, waiting for spawns. Now, I know in a game it's very difficult. Again, that's not my point. My point is just to show you guys how they could have maybe perfected their playstyle and what we can learn from it. Going forward, again, great play from Draza, gets 1, Simp gets a second. Now, although they don't have the spawns necessary phase, they're holding it from the front. They're doing a really good job here. Look at that. There's 3. Draza gets a 4th. Great play. Now, as soon as they get these kills, the big problem is that LAG are still spawning there. So every single time they get a kill, you know, they're able to back them off, but look how far it is from the hill. It's only a 5-second walk from here, right? So every kill that the blue team get, every kill that Faze are getting on LAG, they're only delaying them by 5 seconds. That's why spawns are so important, because no matter how many waves you get, you're still giving them a chance to get back into the game here. But number 7, he's going to be the one making a play. It's going to be Simp on the mini-map, trying to go through, trying to get the spawns. If we look at this actual setup now for a second, this, in my opinion, is a really, really strong setup from Faze to hold the hill from the front. So look at this. You have a BZ sitting down in hill. He's going to be watching this area here. You have Draza watching over him, and you have Cellium watching the back. And while all this is happening, you have Simp kind of playing middle map. So he's going to give you a bit more knowledge if somebody's going to the catwalk. Because realistically, this catwalk here is the only way they can really get pinched from. But look at this. Draza's going to watch over Abizi. Cellium's going to watch the side. This is a really, really strong setup. Look, Cellium's got the left. Abizi is going to watch the window with Draza, and Draza's going to watch over Abizi. So they're both kind of watching the same thing. And Simp is going to hopefully get the intel middle map. Really strong setup. But with 30 seconds left, what you want to do right now is you kind of want to get the kills as they're pushing through. And in an ideal situation, let's say you get 3 down, right? You then want Simp to push through. As he pushes through, let's just say, for example, he gets to here and these 3 will go in. Again, this is a perfect scenario, right? Let's say they all die. As they die, Simp does push through and this guy's kind of caught out in the open. He's then going to block the spawns, and they should, realistically, they should spawn out there. Okay. And then again, let's just say Simp wins his gunfight. You know, these guys are now spawned out. Very hard to execute, but that's the kind of plan they probably have in mind. So let's see what happens and how they can execute it. So the problem starts straight away because look at this. Simp dies middle map. And just like I said, right? Simp is a key factor here. Him watching middle map right now covered the catwalk. But because he dies, you can now see, right? Draza straight away realizes his flank is now exposed. Draza now has to turn around and watch his flank. And this is how you can break setups. It all starts with one person. So now look, Draza's kind of left out there. He's going to watch the flank. Now he's going to go through and he sees Ezreal. He goes through and he gets taken out. So great 2-piece from Ezreal right there. So now Draza's killed as well. Abizi is left by himself on hill. He has multiple angles to watch. He has to watch behind him, catwalk, front door, window, everything. So this is where the sub players kind of get isolated. You can see Cellium gets a kill at the back. Cellium's now going to do a great job, okay? He kills number 1 there. Cellium's going to reposition and help Abizi in the hill. And this is what I mean. Right now, whoever died to Cellium, they don't need to overchow there. Like Fame, he doesn't need to overchow there right there. Just wait. Ezreal gets a 2-piece. They could have gone together 4v2 and broken the hill, but instead they've given him time. Look at the minimap here. Cellium's going to go through. He's going to help his teammates out. It is a little bit too late regardless, and they break the hill. So for me, Ezreal made a massive play there. Gets a 3-piece. Great play. As the new hill pops, they're down by 40, but this is a good scenario for them to be in. They've got the spawns. This should be a money hill. Look where they're spawning. They're spawning on the hard point. Faze are spawning the other side of the map here. Right now, you know, Faze have a lot of work to do to break this hill. They have a lot of work to do, and And as you can see, it's just going to be a scrappy one. We're not going to pause this too much because, to be honest, it's pretty simple right now. You know, you get your kills, you push them out, and you keep them spawned off the hill. Number 2 is going to be in your mini-map. He's going to watch the right. And this is, you know, he's doing a good job playing his life slightly better than last time. Celium kills Diamond Con on the hill. And all this time right now, they're putting pressure on the right. I just think right now you need to, you know, if you're LAG, you need to put a bit more pressure on them. That is a huge gunfight from Faze. He takes him out, and you can see they're spawning out. So the spawns are a bit all over the place right now, but you need someone on the hill. There you go. 40 seconds after this hill, and what you can see, this is really, really stupid. This is where the spawn system is broken. This assault spawning here makes zero sense. Zero sense. Assault spawns behind them. Assault should spawn on the hill there. There's no one blocking it. He should spawn on the hill. And that is where the randomness does come in. I have to say, some people say, like, how do you read spawns? Well, there is a little bit of randomness. And that is on the game and the developers. And unfortunately, it's just difficult to predict. Like, the fact that he spawned there, it just makes zero sense for me. Zero sense at all, but it is what it is. And you got to kind of take into account those random spawns. For the majority of it, you can predict the spawns, but there is definitely a lot of randomness. Now look at the minimap right here. Pay attention to the minimap with me. As we go to the next hill, the P4, look at number 2 and number 4. Right now, they should be rotating as quick as possible, okay? Because you see number 3 is on the hill, and this is where you can push out and start to kind of put pressure on your opponents. But as we're going through, let's take a look at Faze and how they can set up perfectly here. So what they're going to do is they're going to send somebody to the left room here. They're going to send somebody on the hill and somebody on the right. And what they're going to do is they're going to fight from the front. Look at this. Where Simp is now, for me, Simp has most of the intel. And in fact, he's probably going to be the one to make the biggest play here. On this P4, right, there's definitely a different way to play it. Like, I personally like holding it from the back. This is the setup I personally prefer. Kind of having someone watching the back. Again, the player at the back is, you know, you can definitely move around. But I personally like having something like this, where you've got someone in the back kind of watching the flanks. You've got number 4 making the play. And if number 4 can do his job perfectly, he should be able to get 1 or 2 kills as they push out the front. Your job is to basically push them through the front. If you can get all 4 of the opponents going through the front, and then you have, you know, 1 or 2 players kind of isolating them, like number 4 right now, if you can isolate them, get a few shots off, maybe take out number 1, and just really stop their push, you're going to be able to get a lot of time on this hill. So let's see what happens there. Going to go through, they're going through the front, and this is good from Faze right now. That's exactly what happens. Look at this. Simp gets that first kill. Once he gets the first kill, he's going to reposition. Now they're in a 3 versus 4. It's going to be very difficult. They're now in a 2 versus 4 because number 3 is still on the old hill. They're going to go through in Diamond Con. I like it. I like the play here. He's going to back off. He's going to isolate Simp. He's like, right, instead of going for, let me take out Simp, but Fame actually gets him. He's now going to jump off. So what you can see right there is his brain program saying, right, let's take out Simp. They programmed there. They took out Simp. I don't know why Simp jumped off there, in my opinion. I think it was a bit of a faded play. I think he should have played his life on top. Would have been a lot more valuable. Now, the thing is, there's only 2 trophy systems. So look at it straight away. Cook your grenades, cook your stuns. They're going to chuck them in. They're going to get rid of that trophy system. Now they're going to go through as a team and try to break it. However, Faze are in a good setup right now. They have 2 people watching the cross, 1 on the hill. This should be pretty hard for them to break, but it all comes down to this first blood. I love that heads-up play. Great heads-up play from Diamond Con. Going to break the equipment. The trades go in 1 for 1. Setting him there with a 2-piece. Estrio goes through and he gets the trade. All about the trades there, and have to say he's playing out of his mind. 9 and 4, fantastic performance. But for me, I do have to say Simp kind of trolled there. He does make up for it, jump on the hill, puts the pressure back on LAG. But this is a problem. Without a trophy system there, they're going to keep on spamming the equipment. They're going to keep on spamming the equipment. There's Diamond Con, chucks a stun over, chucks a nade, jumps around the corner, sees a BZ, and he just does a short jump. So let's back off and show you guys what Diamond Con just does, okay? Right now, you're going to see Diamond Con use a short jump to his advantage, okay? So what the short jump is right now, look at this. He jumps around the corner and he sees a BZ. Instead of taking this gunfight, he's going to go to his right. Look at that. He's going to go to his right, and now he's going to short jump around the corner. So as he does a short jump like this, as he jumps around the corner, he's going to go for a pre-fire. And what's going to happen is on his screen, it doesn't look too insane, right? But I guarantee you on a BZ screen, Diamond Con was shooting him before he jumped around the corner. So you guys want to make sure you utilize a short jump into your gameplay. I've made a whole video on this, but it's very effective. Something the pros do all the time. Look at that. Go around the corner, going to jump around. As he jumps around, he's doing the short jump and he's able to take him out. Really, really effective stuff there. Make sure you guys utilize it. 15 seconds left there. They're going to get the hill time. But Celium, great pinch there for the 2-piece. And just like that, the game is getting extremely, extremely mixy. And even that spawn right there. No, wait, don't do it to him, Celium. Don't do it to him. Oh my god, he almost did it to him. He almost did it to him, MC. What a play there. Look at this. He slide cancels out. Slide cancels out. Centers right onto him and almost fried Diamond Con on the stairs there. Great, great play. But now let's take a look at the mini-map and what's happening. It's going to be number 7, Simp, constantly making plays on the spawns, okay? Look where Simp is going. Simp is going behind them. Right now, if we just pause the map for a second, the spawns all over the place. Number 8 is spawning out, but number 7 can really make a play here. He's going forward. BZ dies on the hill. Draza gets a trade, and everything is just getting extremely mixy right now. And something I'm noticing, which I'm actually a fan of, I'm actually going to talk about this in a second. So right now, I play with a few AR players, and what I notice is when the hill's empty, they just jump on the hill. They're like, oh, we have to get time. I'm actually okay with what Draza's doing here. Instead of getting time, he's just going to watch over. Now, I believe he dies here, but the point is, he's not trying to panic and get on time. He's trying to hold a power position because he's trying to play for the setup a bit more. Now, again, although he died there, I still think it was a good play. He just lost his gunfight. But you can see Selim doing the same thing. Sometimes it's okay to leave the hill white if it means you can get more map pressure. So look at this. Him not getting on the hill there is going to bait the diamond con in, and he should have got that kill. Again, he's just lost the gunfight. So it's nothing to do with the play there. It's more to do with actually winning the gunfight. He loses it. Simp goes through, massive kill on the spawns there, and now you can see Simp is trying to watch the spawns, but look at number 2. He's at the back already, and the spawns are just all over the place. But Simp goes through, massive play, takes him out. Sometimes you need to get that second wave of kills, and just like that, you can see number 2 spawns out. If Simp plays his life a little bit more, they should have spawns there. Luckily for them, they still end up getting the spawns there, and I have to say that's because of Faze Simp there. Great play, doing all the dirty work and getting the spawns. But Diamond Con with a huge 3-piece, sorry, Assault with a huge 3-piece, Diamond Con cleaning the hill, and just like that, Faze, they're down to a bit of a deficit. What can they do to bring this game back here? Let's take a look and see how they go through. So halfway through the game here, first set of rotations, even game. I think the only thing we're going to see is BZ struggling a little bit. 5, 5, and 10. If he can step things up a little bit, they get a rotation, they should be good to go. Now, right now, as I mentioned in the very first thing of the video, you're fighting for the top control, okay? Your ARs and subs have different roles here. Right now, your ARs are fighting simply for this top control, okay? When I say that, I mean they're going to have an AR battle. So someone's going to be there, someone's going to be there. So what you want to do as your ARs is you want to shoot across each other. You basically want to win that battle and let your subs roam around the middle map. So right now, you can see Selim is up here. We don't know where Draza is, but we're going to assume he's going to be somewhere there. And then from the other side, we've got like Assault around there with Diamond Con, okay? So look at this right now. It's going to be Assault versus Selim. This is the fight for gun control. So Assault's on top there, and look at this shot from Selim. Excellent shot. As soon as he takes him out, they now have no cover from top, and it's going to be very difficult for LAG to hold this hill, right? Because they've just got the natural height advantage. So Selim's going to go through. He sees Diamond Con. That is a fantastic kill from Diamond Con. And you can see, again, they're just clutching up their gunfights. I think that's all it is right now. I mean, Diamond Con and Esther are playing out of their mind with a 2 KD, and they're just really overperforming right now, doing a fantastic job. This LAG team is actually a very, very good team. I think people sleep on them. They're rated really low. I don't know why, because every time I watch them, they give a real fight to their opponents, especially the good teams. They do really put up a fight, and I think Estra's a really good player, especially new to the league. I think he's, you know, he's doing his thing, man. So right now, P2, you can see they've got a big lead, but how do they troll this? How do they let it go? Let's find out. So as we go to P2, you see they're prioritizing the spawns, and look what Assault's doing, similar to Simp earlier on. He's going to watch this left lane, make sure no one's there, and just really hold the spawns. Okay, perfect. Going through, they take out Draza, and now they have the spawns. This is a really good setup. We don't really care about the listening, to be honest with you right now. We're going to leave that for now. We're just going to carry on breaking up the gameplay. So as we go through, they're pushed out a little bit, but the problem now, they're just losing the gunfights. They're simply just losing too many gunfights. Look, they're trapped in the corner. He's by himself. He's going to die. And what's just happened is they've literally just lost spawns by simply getting outslayed. So they had the setup there, but they just lost the spawns. Something you can't let happen. So 4 down right there. I think that P3 is one that's going to cost them the game eventually. If they held that, it's probably a win right there. So they take out Simp. Now, what you're going to notice now is why it's so important to push out lanes. So right there, look where Simp dies. Simp dies over there, okay? He should spawn back here. Let's see where he spawns. Unless, yeah, there you go. He spawns back there. So what he does is Simp's going to push out, try to cut their lanes off. Now, the reason why it's so beneficial is because of this. If Simp was to get a kill there, right? If we go back to sub base, Simp was around there. If he was to kill, for example, the player there, if he was to kill number 1 there, right? Number 1 would have spawned back there. The position here to get to the hill, to get to P2 is literally like 15-second route. So that's why you want someone pushed up, okay? That way you can kind of watch over, you can kind of watch this area. If he gets a kill, he spawns in back there. Even if he doesn't get a kill, which is what we kind of saw, right? He does end up dying. What you're going to see is he actually gets back there, and he's still not too far from the hill. Like he can get back there before the opponents push out fully. So obviously it's not ideal that he died, but it's not the end of the world because his team's pushed out. But the problem happens now. When you have two players pushed out, now you have Selim and Sim pushing out, and both of them lose their gunfights without getting a kill. This is where the pressure starts to come on, because the team on the left now, they need to get aggressive, and that's exactly what they're doing. 4v2, they've just won 3 gunfights in a row. They go forward, and just like that, they're actually going to, you know, go through. Abeezy's by himself, and Abeezy does end up dying. So look what you just saw. We just saw them flip spawns again. What is the biggest problem there? I think if you're going to push out as a team, if you're going to send somebody here, for example, to the tank, you're going to push out, and you're going to send someone middle map, you need to make sure you win at least one gunfight. You cannot push out and both of you die, because your teammates are going to be in a 4 versus 2. Every kill they get, you're going to see they're now spawning out. 20 seconds left, they flip the spawns. LAG did a great job breaking there, and now what you're going to see is, as a P3 folds, you're going to see a big rotation. This is honestly for the game here. If LAG can hold this and get to about 200 points, they should have so much confidence to win the game here. You see Abeezy goes through, Abeezy dies, Estriel, great job there watching over, Drat is on the right, and now they have a great setup. Look where number 1 is positioned. Assault is in a fantastic spot. He's watching this whole middle map area. He's literally watching the whole middle map. He's funneling them through the right-hand side, and all the ARs have to do is watch this right-hand side there and funnel them in. That's exactly what they're trying to do, but Assault dies again. This is the problem when you push out. If you die, you give up so much map control, and guess what? Assault spawns on the other side of the map now. Is this a stupid spawn? Absolutely. I think Assault should spawn back there as long as no one's blocking it. Right now, I don't see a reason why Assault is spawning out. I think in the old patch, he doesn't spawn out. I think that's very failure from the game. And honestly, that's something that needs to get addressed. I don't mind them spawning out there, because I think the spawn shouldn't be on the hill regardless, but I think it's too inconsistent. I think they need to have more consistencies. And what you saw right there was Assault basically lose the hardpoint for his team. He dies, he spawns out, his team's in a 4v3. And that's why when you are going to push out, you have to be very effective. You have to make sure if you push out, you have to minimum get a kill. If you can at minimum get 1 kill, if you die, then the result isn't that, you know, it's not that deep, because you're basically 3v3. But if you leave them in a 4v3, you are definitely trolling. Going through 20 seconds, they're going to get back into the game, all because of that one rotation. And now it's time for Faze to break the new hill. How can they do this? So P4 here. You see number 5 for Draza. He's already making the play. He's getting to top server, okay? Number 1 and number 2, they need to take this gunfight. There you go. Look at Draza. Draza's watching over. Now, this is a great play from Draza. He spots a guy on the flank. He's going to go through. He's going to take his time there. And look, he's just going to sneak on by. Turn around. He knows someone's going to watch behind him. And he gets almost a 2-piece. This is a fantastic heads-up play from Draza. Goes with a pistol. This is a great play from Draza. Really good play how he just solo breaks the hill. Let's go back and see what happened, where it restarted. So right now you're going to see Draza solo break P4, and I think this was a really good use of patience, okay? So right now you can see Assault's watching the right-hand side, and Fame is going in the hill. So Fame is assuming that Assault's got the flank, but one thing they didn't account for, I'm not sure why, they didn't think about this top server. So now Draza's going to jump down. He's trying to get his timing perfectly. He lands right here. As he goes through, he now knows, because Fame just came through the back alley, he's not going to be watching it, okay? He's going to be worried about this front. As soon as he kills him, great play, he's going to turn around and watch his flank. He now knows that whoever was supposed to watch the flank is going to go for the trade. He goes through, and look at this. He's going to go prone. He sees Assault going through. As he shoots Assault once or twice, he makes him weak. He's like, right, from this scenario, what can I do? Well, the pistol is a lot better at close range. Going to slide counter around the corner, absolutely fry him, and back over, get to the hill. Really good play from Draza to secure the hill by himself. I think right there you can just see that the solo plays, the heads up play right there. And as that's happening, look what's happening, right? Draza making that play. He's got number 4 out of position. Number 4 going out of position has now allowed number 2 to run out. Fame by himself. Simp's going to get the kill. And now look, now you can see he almost gets a 2-piece. But guess what? Number 6 at the front of the hill. Abeezy there should have won the gunfight. Honestly, Abeezy wins that gunfight, they're good to go. But I think the problem was they were getting flooded from mid-map. So, although Faze were holding scrap time there and LAG was set up, Draza almost solo breaks the hill, but he does do a good job of holding the spawns now. You see, he goes through, they get spawns, and I have to say, heads up play from Draza. That 2-piece right there was everything, man. I really think that just broke the hill. And this is why the superstars are the superstars. The plays they make on the map, just to get scenarios like this done, it just really helps them out. But Diamondcon, the man is doing everything right. 25 to 13, he's not missing a bullet right now. The guy is frying, really trying to secure this map 1 for the boys. As they approach the 210 mark, the game is on the line. What can they do here? Abeezy slides in, gets taken out by Diamondcon. 5 seconds left. It's all about the rotation, and let's take our attention to number 1 of the mini map. It's going to be Assault, trying to do the dirty work, trying to hold those spawns for the team. And this right now, this looks incredibly promising if you are an LAG fan. But Atlanta Faze, they are never ever out as they go through. That's 2 down. They go through it. Estriel by himself here, and you can just see, just like that, the spawns have flipped again. So when did the spawns flip? Who dies here? It's going to be number 1 Assault. Okay, who kills number 1? It's of course going to be the man Abizi. You can never count him out. Having a rough game, but he brings it back. Great kill from Abizi. Abizi killing Assault there has flipped the spawns. And just like that, a switch has flipped, and they now have full control of the map here. And look at this. They're going to keep them tucked in, but number 2 going to make a play. Diamond Con going through with the streak here. And the reason why I don't like this play is I'm going to show you. I bet he doesn't kill him. Okay, he does. I was going to say, I bet there's a trophy there because I didn't, well, there was a trophy there. So the reason I didn't like that play was because I didn't see the team use their equipment. They weren't really close enough. And look, that trophy should have stopped it, to be fair. So the reason I didn't love the play from him with a what's it called, with a streak, it's just because their team wasn't set up around it. So even this, look at this. He gets a kill with a streak, right? His team's nowhere near set up around it. I just feel like that was a bit of a wasted streak. They could have used it a bit better and kind of pushed at the team. But look what they did. They used it and nothing really happened. They kind of just threw their streak. So, I mean, again, little plays like that, like having a streak, you should be able to use it a bit more efficiently. Now, I will say cruises on this game, they need to be buffed. Like, the fact that trophies can stop it is ridiculous. If you get a 6 kill streak, I think you should be rewarded for it. And you should be able to kind of break your hill for free. A 6 kill streak is not easy, so I definitely think you should be able to break the hill for free with a little cruise missile. But it goes through, and right now Faze, they have to be perfect. What can they do? The cruise missile is wasted. They're going through, and you can see right now what they're doing. Okay, they're setting up a similar scenario. 7 Simp, he's going to be responsible for watching that left lane. Okay, making sure no one pushes through the left lane, just making sure that's covered. So he's going to watch the left. Now what's Selim doing? Selim's going to go through, he's going to watch the bottom server door. Perfect. Where's number 6? Number 6 is going to be Abizi. Abizi's going to watch from a wider angle from top here, and number 5 is going to be watching the scrap time from the other hill. So right now you have to be perfect. He's watching the cross. He now calls out to Abizi. Right, Assault's gone upstairs. Watch the top here. Watch the top for me. He's going to watch it himself. Goes over. He sees him. Great shots, but he gets traded. And look at it. Simp is now going to watch the hill. Again, you have to be perfect. And let's just slow this down and see what happens. Diamond Con right there again. I know it's hard in the moment, but right now, like, they know Simp is around here because he's been there all game. Diamond Con literally pushes him. I think right now just gives Estrio 2 seconds. Wait for him. Look at that. He goes through, he dies there. Estrio gets a trade. And I don't think it's the end of the world, right? But I think if you can play your trades a bit more effectively, if you can get a kill without dying and get that 1 blood, you're able to push up the map and really get spawns. Right now you're seeing, like, Faze are controlling the hill, but they're also controlling the spawns. And as a P2 progresses, you do not want this to happen. Now, I want you to pay attention to Simp here, because so many people in this scenario, they die here. Little things like this just separate the players from the pros. Look at this. Simp shoulders this. He sees him. He doesn't overcommit. Fame is hoping for that overcommitment there. He's waiting for that challenge right there. He doesn't overcommit. And you see Fame's like, shit. He's still there. Like, what do I do? He's P2. He's just hoping for a gunfight, holding the angle. And Simp end up dying there. So it's kind of irrelevant. My whole point of playing your life was irrelevant there because he ends up dying anyways. But luckily enough, they get spawns. Going to push through. And these 20 seconds are absolutely massive. Massive for LAG. They're going to hold it. They're going to push through. They might be able to get spawns. They should be able to win the game here. Faze kind of trolling there. They're going to lose the setup here. But number 5 is everything. And this is the problem. They're not pushing the spawns. Look at this from LAG. This is just not good enough from LAG. Right now, number 3 or number 2, one of them needs to be backing off. One of them needs to be securing those spawns, making sure no one snuck through. Draza, playing patiently, playing the heads up play here. If you're Estrio and you're in hill, that's fine. You got both of you watching the front, but no one's watching the back here. And this is where Draza wins the game for Atlanta Faze. Look at this. They're going to go through. You know, they're going to watch the right. Number 1 spawns out. They think Assault's going to spawn here, but Draza is literally at the back of the hill. They don't realize Draza's going to go behind. He's going to kill Estrio. And this is what I mean. Right now, I think they should have had a bit more awareness, okay? As soon as number 1 spawns out, in my opinion, this should be communicated. Someone's behind you. Be careful. Like, someone might be around you. Now, of course, in this game, there are random spawns. So there's definitely a factor that maybe they didn't, you know, maybe no one was here, but the fact that no one from LAG was watching the flank here, I just think they need to be a bit more cautious, right? It's not like the start of the game where they know that, you know, they're spawning here. It's not like the start of the game, right, where LAG spawn here and they're like, cool, no one's behind us. Obviously, the game just started. The fact that the game was as mixy as it is, Simp was in P2, you have to remember, you have to be counting names. Like, where's Draza? We haven't killed Draza in a minute. And I think they did a terrible job at counting names. And look at this. Draza goes behind them. As they go through, he's going to take out 1 on the pinch. He's not even going to need to take him out. Selim takes him out. And now they can pinch the hill and they're going to be able to break it. Just like that, they're going to break it. And now they have the spawns. Look at it. Last guy's in the hill, going through. Bree's going to take him out. Draws are making their heads up play, going to go back as he gets taken out. The trade's going in, but they've just done enough here. They've just done enough to secure the front of the hill. Where Beezy gets 2, and this is what you don't want to do. You don't want to give Atlanta Faze any time to breathe. You don't want to give them setups to work with, because if Beezy's going to go rogue, he's going to jump around corners. Look at that. He gets 2, he gets a 3-piece, and you're just giving them time to work with. I think this was a phenomenal game, a really good one, but I think LAG, look, fair play to them. Atlanta Faze are probably the best team in the game. The fact that they made them work this hard for the win, and they probably should have won. Really good stuff from LAG, okay? And I think it's a positive match. They definitely trolled, though. I think they could have played better, and to say that LAG, you know, played good, you have to give credit to Faze. The fact that they came back there, incredible stuff. Shout out to Beezy, 2.5 minutes in the hill. Really good performance from everyone. Simp going kind of rogue, just frying everyone. Really good team performance from both sides. Shout out to Estro and Diamondcon, they fried out as well. But overall, great game. Hope you guys enjoyed the in-depth analysis. We're going to be breaking down Toronto's S&D tomorrow, and then probably New York Subliners, what was it, maybe Sib's performance. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, drop a like, and I'll catch you guys for another video tomorrow. Peace.